Inertia, inactivity. We do not like to do anything. We are not sleeping also, but we are just lazy. Let's go inertia. Same person suddenly gets a news. Positive or negative. Next moment he or she becomes intensely active. What makes this reaction to happen? That news which came to him or her made certain changes in his mind. That he started behaving completely opposite. Lazy, don't want to move, but suddenly becomes very active. These two states, because of which this reaction happens, is called guna. And in one way it is said that we all are made of these three gunas. Maybe there are steps when this news came to him and the reaction came. In between there could be many steps or many factors which made the news, which is a concept, idea, thought, maybe already having some preconceived ideas which matches with that. There is instinct contributes to that. There is greed comes into picture and it becomes active. All these two things joined together makes a man of inertia into a man of action. What happened with that news? What happened to that thought which made him so? In one way, if you see, this is important for any spiritual seeker to think not from his instincts, but to think with intellect. And you think with intellect, whatever you see, even the gross in front of you, actually it's concept. Nothing but concept. You will find. You are very happy to say, oh, I got a house. Especially multi-story, either HDB or condominium, whatever. And we also say, oh, congratulations, very good. What did you purchase? Start to put a nail on the floor which you have purchased. Person will complain because that is his ceiling. You do something to the ceiling, the upstairs fellow will shout because that is floor for him. Then did you purchase the empty space between the ceiling and the floor? Actually, it's a concept. This area you can live. What belongs to you, neither floor nor the roof. If you have an independent wall, maybe that wall nobody will mind. But the wall also is not because that wall also is a wall for somebody else. Everything is concept. We are sitting here. All of us are nothing but a concept. Right? Because the physical body keeps on changing. When it keeps changing, there is a thought process behind it that continues the same. That also is evolving, but that's a constant factor. You are made of certain good and bad qualities. That quality is an overpowering factor than what you look. Apparently people recognize with your look. When they come to know that your look is deceiving, you look at a good person, but behind that the mind is not good. That becomes overpowering factor than your physical appearance. So people will start distancing from you. Because apparently the figure is good, but behind the concept, the mind is not good. We all are those concepts. We are all those ideas. For example, you see a fountain. What is fountain? Water and force. Physically it is water. The principle behind the fountain is not only water, but water from its source. Fountain is a concept. There is nothing called fountain. Same water, without force, is not a fountain. Without water, the force is not a fountain. Fountain is a name and form given to an object created by water as the source. Everything is concept. All of us have a form. All of us have a reality. A person died yesterday. He went to grave. One day before, what was the message? Her mother is not well. She is in hospital. She passed away in hospital. So the message will be, the body will come to my home at this time. She became a body. She became an object. It doesn't matter who you are and why you say. That's how it goes. Beautiful example is given in our scriptures. Ladies wear many ornaments. Take 2-3 ornaments in any ornament can be converted into one to another. Today is the gold chain, give to goldsmith. After 2 days he will convert it to bangle and give you. Is the bangle and chain are the same? No. The function also is different. Bangle and chain are the concept, are not the thing. Thing is gold. It is the gold which is converted into one form to another form. Every day you can change the form if you take it to goldsmith. So what it is? One is a concept, One is the base, mass. Same gold is converted into this object. This is a big philosophy. Very simple concept to understand. There is nothing big deal about it. But this is an example of one of the biggest philosophy. It is because of name and form only there is a difference between all of us. In original, everybody is gold. You say, how everybody is gold? Do you think a saint and sinners both are same? No, both are same in one way. Many ways, many great people have told this truth. That there is no difference between a saint and a sinner. Saint and a real person who is not at all a good person. How it is possible? A good person is a good person. No. A mother has two sons. One is very good, one is not good. Not to those things as dear as the good one. From that point of view, good and bad doesn't matter to mother. Tulsidas, Ramcharitmanas, writes very beautifully. Bandhavu Santa Asajjana Charana. I worship the feet of both, the Santa and Asajjana, one who is not a gentleman. Right? Ubhay Vichaka Sudhaya in the world. I can't see any difference between both of them. You see, the result is same. Vichurata eka prana harihi. One person who is the same, to be away from them is very painful. Mirat eka dukkhadarani. The other one, to see him is painful. Both are painful. Eventually both are painful. Somebody to meet is pain, somebody to be away from them is pain. These are all proven facts even from science point of view. Two forces. Force is the same. How you apply is different. Electricity is the same. If you connect it with an air conditioner, it will make the room cool. If you connect it with a heater, the room will be warmer. Electricity is the same. Name and form is illusion. Behind it there is a truth. It doesn't change. From that point of view, we all are same. There is a practical side of it, which for practical purpose we don't lose sight of. The monk is a monk, a layman is a layman, a gentleman is a gentleman, and not gentleman is a not gentleman. That's from practical point of view. But in reality, they are not. You know, there are marks, different kind of sign. This is one sign. You wear this clothes, oh, he must be a monk. Though this color of clothes many people wear. You put one sign, in every country it is different. Looking at the hand in the West, they will say, oh, you are engaged. That is one sign. So everybody can put ring, with a ring and finger. But there is a sign. In the same way, behind all concept, it is the external linga, external sign, external mark, which makes a person different. Swami says in one place, he asked one person, are you Vaishnava or Shaivite? He became angry. Can't you see? On the forehead. Looking at this mark, it's an identification mark. As soon as you put one U as one meaning, a U with a red dot has another meaning, three horizontal lines, another meaning, only red dot, another meaning. These are called signs. Why it is so that you recognize each other? Then there is a spiritual aspect is attached to it. Oh, it is very holy to put like this, and there is a scientific reason. It is okay, all are accepted. But eventually it's a sign. Status, on the Facebook, these are very good status. The right or wrong, you put a status. People understand you from that. So, apparently a person, highly developed person, you will find in this world, the more you are on a higher post, your work is intellectual work, not physical work. Any field of work, the more lower your grade is, more physical work you have, more higher grade you have, is more intellectual work you have. That's why many times nowadays, new way of thinking, these are all new way of thinking. Hey, do hard work, okay? In Singapore when I came, I heard first, no, don't do hard work, do smart, be smart. But smart also, you have to do hard work to become a smart person. Anyway, that's a different topic. The more physical work you do, shows that you are in a lower grade. Argue with me if I am wrong. Any department, any industry, any field of work, physical hard work means you are in a lower grade. Intellectual work. Or sometimes intellectual work also is not there. I sit on the board, I am on the board. He neither does intellectual work nor does physical work. But he works on a philosophy. He works on a concept. Why did we start this work? Vision, this, that, board things on. So what I am telling is, apparently, the person is very active. Apparently, the person is absolutely inactive. Both looks directly opposite to each other. But actually it cannot be so. Constant thinking is done by one person. And constant physical work without using the brain is another person. A person does physical work in a construction industry, hard work, really hard work. But there is a person who sits in the office, and he deeply thinks about how to do this company. He also does hard work. Apparently he is nowhere. Just sits, just like this. But he is doing hard work on other level. Why I am giving these examples is this. Just by not doing work, you do not go above the concept of hard work. Everybody must do hard work. Physical level, intellectual level, spiritual level, whichever level you do. But you do hard work. There is no option for hard work. So if you are doing hard work on whichever level, it's called Rajoguna, Rajasika, too much activities. Then the person is saying, no, I don't really work. Lazy, no positive ideas. It's called Tamoguna, Tamasika. Apparently, he looks same. And there is another person who don't seem to have to do any work. Because he does work here. He apparently looks inactive, but he is doing hard work. I remember an incident in Alambadar. There are disciples of Sri Ramakrishna came to Alambadar. From there they came to Alambadar. Alambadar recently came in possession of mission. There was a disciple of Sri Ramakrishna. Put a blanket in a corner lying down. Practically hold it. Comes for lunch, does little work, but otherwise he is lying down there. So one person says, what kind of monk he is? Another disciple comes, this is his way. And still now, lying down here, there was a time. On the bank of Ganges, he will meditate. When the ebbing tide comes and goes, he doesn't know what flows around him. And he is still meditating. Water comes around him, my breathing will stop. Kumbhaka already has taken place. He doesn't breathe. We don't compare dead people because it's difficult for us to understand. So Krishna says, just by not doing work, you cannot reach that no action state. I won't say inaction. Inaction is not doing it. But there is a state where action is not possible. That state you cannot reach by not doing work. Action is there. But there is desire. Positive, negative, sattvic, tamasic, whatever, desire has to be there. Without it, there is no action. What happens if the person, because of his advancement in spiritual life, loses all his desires for anything of this world? Can you call him tamasic? He doesn't do work because there is no desire. And somebody doesn't do work because he doesn't want to do work. He just wants to be idle. There is a difference. Shankaracharya writing commentary on this line says, what the Lord says, a person does not attain freedom from action by abstaining from action. This is the line. Na karma, analambha, anarambha, without starting. Nishkarmya purushostuti. You cannot reach that actionless state of mind by not doing work. There is a sentence of Gita. Shankaracharya writes a commentary and says that means to reach the state of non-action, you must do action. The path to sattva passes through Raja, Rajaguna. Swami says in one place, once in your lifetime you know it, even if you are a yogi, even if you are a spiritual seeker, it is once you have to reach that state, that more than this action is not possible. Sometimes it will happen in our life and we push it. Push so much that while doing work, I have seen the Swamis. It is not playing computer game and collapsing, no. Consciously doing spiritual practice in form of work. Body cannot sustain any collapses. I didn't go to sleep. I go to see how far I can go. I have seen Swamis 36 hours, 48 hours. Not going to sleep. Let me collapse. But I want to see how far can I go. Once I know, then 2 hours, 3 hours less I know what I'm comfortable. And that becomes 16 to 18 hours of work. The path to non-action passes through intense activity. But activity has to be something others differently. Activity is not killing time. Activity which contributes for your spiritual progress, then contribute to that for others. That's what Swamiji meant by Apollo Mokshatam Jagatikaya. That's why you will find the Swamis are working. Somebody came and told us, what makes you people to work from 5:30 I see Swamis, 9, 10 o'clock also we see Swamis. No off, no annual leave, nothing. No salary, no bonus, no promotion. What makes you to be active? Yeah, we want to reach that state that not more than this is possible. Another says, how far you should do japa till you come to know that by doing japa you cannot realize God. It doesn't mean that now itself you stop. No. Na karmana anarambha. Without doing japa, you cannot understand that japa cannot lead you to God. Why it is so? Do you think japa will not? Japa helps you. But if it is told, nowhere it is told, so by doing 10 crores japa, you will realize God. There is nobody in this form who will not do it. Because you know there is an end. If not today, after 10 years I can reach 10 crores, no problem. But by doing 10 you cannot realize God. Let you know. Japa, Namasita is the greatest thing which you can do. But never compare, Bhagawad says. Never compare the God realization is the result of this work. If God realization is result of my karma, then it becomes like any other karma. You do 8 hours job, you get this money. You do this much japa, you realize God. No, it cannot. Even in the Vedas are the only book which says by reading Vedas you cannot realize God. Then why should I read it? You must read it. Otherwise, you know how to realize God. But by reading this book, if I can realize God, then I am full will read this book. By reading book, you cannot get. By understanding and progressing. So there are few things which we must understand. Without doing, and what is this actionless state of mind? Once you realize that you are the self, you are not the body. You are not the mind. To reach that state is called actionlessness. Not that I did something, now I am only to do work. Actionlessness is not the state of retirement. Even if you are retired, and if your desires are so much, you keep on doing work. For us we say, don't do work if it is prompted by your desire. Don't do anything for monks. Don't do anything to get something. No, there is no sadhana. Except one thing, the spiritual goal is the only thing I want to achieve. So whatever I do, I don't look anything in return. And when I don't look anything in return, that work doesn't make me tired. Tell any employee in any company who is a very good worker, from tomorrow, not 8 hours a day, your work will be 12 hours a day. Next question, the person says, so my salary also will be 1.5 times, is it? No. Nobody does extra work. I have seen even half an hour I give a day, take off, half an hour off tomorrow. I thought we don't count. When I came to Singapore, In the beginning, disclaimer I put, because other people will misunderstand. I say you first and foremost, I am coming from India. Secondly, I am telling you as much politely as possible, but what I think I am telling to you. Why do you call it a social service? In our eyes, social service is service to the society. For you, it's an industry. If you are in a certain post, it's quite highly paid. You say, I can't understand social service with a paid job. Calculating people. You are not doing social service, you are doing a job. Swami, we call it social service. Okay. In Indian context, if I say, oh, he's a social worker. Means what? He serves the society. Nothing wrong. It's interpretation of the word. I went to one school, it was a value-added school. I was very happy. Here values are being taught. We have a library, we have a swimming pool, we have this, we have that. Those are values. It doesn't come to my brain. So, Sanyasanaeva Siddhim Samadhi Gacchati. Just by renouncing, you don't become a Siddha Manusha. For example, simple example you can interpret with any other similar examples. Doctor says you have high diabetes. You cannot eat sugar. So I stop eating sweets. But then I start grumbling inside. I can't even take sweets. I like sweets so much. When nobody is there, I eat also. So is my renunciation of sweet is correct? Nata sanyasanadeva, just by giving up, I don't take sweet, okay? I don't take sweet. So there is nobody there. Or even if I don't take, I continuously grumble and think about sweet only. Is my renouncing sweet is justified? No. Every kind of renunciation, one has to put this logic. Just by you say I have renounced doesn't mean. Sri Ramakrishna puts very beautifully this way. This is what renunciation is must. Renunciation is must. There are two types. One is physically you don't take sweets. Secondly, you don't take sweets even with your mind. You are not craving for sweets. These are two types of renunciation. A monk will have both of this. A householder, at least from the mind, internal renunciation. When you reach a stage, automatically you will have both renunciation. But it is not the question of that. Question is that state of mind where the renunciation is taken so lightly. Nahi kaschit kshanamaphi jatu tishtiti akarmaphi. Nobody can stay without work, even for a moment. Everybody has to do work. But when you are going to do work, the change which you can bring is in the attitude of your doing work. After the birth of the child, does the mother count how many hours I have to look after the child? Not only 8 hours. Whenever necessary, she is there. She doesn't count hours. Maya is this, that mother does extreme sacrifice for the child. But the child is too small to understand that. That's why, when mother is bedridden in the old age, child doesn't feel that she has done so much sacrifice for him, and he refuses to look after mother. And mother doesn't want to say. But sometimes she says, you know how much I have to do for you. And the child has become grown up, so what? Absolute absence of even imagination. So this is how the world goes. That's how it goes. So, nobody can stay even for a moment without work. When you have to do work, you do work with as high attitude as possible. Even attitude, even if it's a paid job. You work for this many hours, company will pay. Whatever you are giving more than that, nobody stops you. But then you will get to know because of this company has to earn more money, I will not allow it to. Then you have to be worker. So they say, let work as if it is your own company. Then you can be the best worker. If workers cannot be good workers. Just like mother doesn't get to it. Because mother says, this is my child. If I don't, who will do? Then the company becomes your child. And you don't calculate it. You do more than that, more than what expected. And the whole day one course I attended. Because people do not know. I also did not know. 8 hours course I attended, run by government. What is performance model? Only on that subject. At that time I told why I am attending these courses. Now I understand why. Because every year 65 people I have to take the performance. So I called for a meeting and said, the work which you do, you are paid for that. This performance has nothing to do with that work. How much the company is your child? How much you are there to sacrifice and worry for the company? If you always look at your watch, oh, you already 5:35, 5 minutes more. You are not a good worker. And company doesn't like you. But you work at it. It's not question. So even if it is meant for a livelihood, your attitude comes into picture. Even if person is not a spiritual, even if boss is not a spiritual, it will not go out of his sight. It is giving much more than what I am expecting from. And then comes the performance. Example, I am not telling from HR point of view, I am telling from spiritual point of view. So when we come, for example, we say this is your responsibility, finish. Or to fulfill that responsibility, do whatever is needed to be done. It doesn't matter whether I will wake up at 5:30 or 6:30 or what, no. This is what I have appointed for. For that, whatever necessary you do. Not me. All of us are doing our own way. And then you start at 5:30 in the morning till 11:30 in the night. Not that always I am with somebody. But all my waking hours are meant for this order. I remember, these are all internal discussions but very useful from this point of view. When we joined, after 3-4 years, we go to training center and 35-40 novices like us are staying together. And we become very thinking. So one Swami said, I have decided this. What you have decided? 8 hours sleep and rest and everything. 8 hours for my study, my this, my that. And 8 hours work. So I said, you want to discuss it? Not that I will give answer, but let us discuss this point. When you are doing Saftanga Pranam in the temple, do you divide your life? This much is mine and this is for Sri Ramakrishna. Saftanga means everything you have given. Why doing partition unnecessary? Why you need to put a partition of 8 hours, 8 hours, 8 hours? No, all my 24 hours are there. Minimum whatever I need to sleep, I will sleep because I have to sleep. But otherwise everything is mine, everything is yours. Whatever belongs to you, that's what we are told. Everything that is yours comes in the second position. Everything is for him, for God, or for others comes first. In that, my thinkings, even my meditation, even my japa, even my taking bath, even my rest, even my food, all comes second. Not a big deal. Think of it, young mother. Just delivered a baby. Does she do it? More than 8 hours I cannot look after you. 8 hours I must sleep. No. All the rules are broken. Only in one case in this world, and it is mother and child relationship. All the rules are broken. All the famous things are there in the internet, I don't need to say that. Somebody told there is a vacancy. We need female employees to apply for. Many applied. What is the salary, sir? 0. How many hours of work? 24/7. Any annual leave? No. Sick leave? If at all you cannot function, then we give. Otherwise we don't give. Sir, what is this company? No salary, 24/7 work. Nobody will do this job. Thousands are doing. Where thousands will do this kind of job? Every mother does that. No salary, sometimes no appreciation also. Now it's a modern time, so your life is a little different. We have seen in our childhood, most of you have seen in your childhood, after everybody finishes food, whatever residual things are lying in the karai, in the pot, that belongs to mother. Days after days I have seen where she cooks, in that she will wipe with chapati and then take it. We used to say, keep aside. What to keep aside? Well, I have to keep you aside. In this world, there is a natural mother and child relationship. That can be imitated by anybody. Even a wife, a husband, a son, or anybody can imitate that. We won't try to do that. Nothing belongs to me. Whatever is mine comes next. I read one Christian book long before. There it was written the definition of obedience. People have thought about it. What is obedience? I request you to do something and you do it. Okay, wholeheartedly you do it. The definition was given there was this. Suppose you are writing something and your superior calls you. Not that you will finish the sentence, not that you will finish the word, even leaving the syllable half, you respond to it. That is called obedience. In most of the time, if you are not aware of this concept, you are writing, suddenly you can't do that. Only every time. This reaction came. You are not being calm. I remember the gentleman, the supervisor, very loud voice, was calling a boy by name. And the boy is not eating on the second floor. I heard sitting in the office, he called 4 times. So I silently went. I went up. I said, sir, you don't shout. I went and told to the boy, did you hear the sir was calling you? Yeah. Why do you need to respond? We don't need to become a saint. This is a gentleman. Let's just say, for coming, enough. Obedience comes from there. And obedience has many levels. You respond. You respond without even grumbling within. Forget about verbal reaction. Even inside grumbling is not there. Many of you have seen Swami Samachittananda, our president, he was in a mission. He told us directly. He said, I got a head of the center. He will call me. Whole day he doesn't call me. Whole day I do my work. When I sit for meditation, he will call me. Maybe he is not planning to do that. Maybe he is free at that time. It is his meditation time. So he said, I am doing yoga in my room, and call comes. I do not want to get disturbed. Because once it's okay, if it's frequent, you start feeling, why is calling at that time? I'm meditating. He says, I started using this technique, very good technique. We also do. Rosary doing japa. Okay. I will start it again from zero. Looking at the picture of Sri Ramakrishna, sorry, I was doing japa. I know, I have to sit with you, but my boss is calling. Okay? Wait, take a rest, coming back. I have to serve two people. He also is representative of Sri Ramakrishna. Sri Ramakrishna is sitting, looking at me. Without getting disturbed when you do, Sahanam Sarvadukkhana, tolerate all kinds of mental and physical pain. Apratikara Purvakam. Without resisting. You have to undergo. Chinta Vilaparita. Without grumbling, without even giving thought of that. Sa Titiksha is called Titiksha. Titiksha is Muksha and Titiksha goes together. If you are on the path of spirituality, if these two qualities you achieve, people around you are super happy. Why? Because you are following the correct path. Not his requirement is being fulfilled. Even this has happened. Great Swami, Yatishwarananda, many of you would have read the book, Meditation and Spirituality. That Yatishwarananda was president of both Anglo Center and vice president of the order. Again, Brahmachari has joined. He wanted his help after prayer. Not his personal help, but for some work or somebody has come. The Brahmachari, who is now vice president of our order and very senior monk, he told us directly. He said, I was ashamed by his humility. He is vice president of the order. I am a Brahmachari, just joined the order. He will knock the door. Very gentle. When I opened the door, he said, I'm so sorry to disturb you. Will it be possible for you to come for 5 minutes? I know I'm disturbing you, I'm sorry for that. I was completely melted. You are vice president of the order, you are my Guru Sampo. No, he doesn't become smaller by becoming humble. And that's why he was what he was. So idea is this, that nobody can stay without work. The difference between two people is not the amount of work you are doing, but the attitudes behind the work. If your attitude is correct, even small work is a great work. Somebody wrote in the reminiscences, when Swami Sarada was writing Sri Ramakrishna, the great master, Vilaparita, before he puts his notebook on a desk, he will wipe it with a cloth, desk itself, and then put his book, and then write. The onlooker person has written. Every day I saw him wiping his desk, and I found with utmost sincerity and attention, which he used to pay while doing worship in the temple or while serving Holy Buddha, same attention and concentration is there with so much respect he will give the table also. Work is not important, the attitude behind work is very important. So, Sri Krishna says this chapter is called Karma Yoga. So, many aspects of Karma Yoga we discuss one by one. Today afternoon, this is Om Shanti.